Tonight, 3 archived stories, records that were never meant to be found.
This material was not meant to be released. The file was recovered from a county property archive marked uninhabitable, no structural cause found. No fire damage, no mold, no gas leaks, no criminal activity. And yet, no tenant stayed longer than 30 days. The house is known locally as Hawthorne Wall House. Built in 1926, 3 bedrooms, 2 floors, wood frame construction. No deaths on record inside the building. At least, none officially. The first report appears ordinary. Tenant number 1 stayed 11 days. Tenant number 2 stayed 19 days. Tenant number 3 stayed 27 days. All left behind personal belongings. Beds unmade, clothes in closets, food in the refrigerator. None returned to collect them. At 3 a.m., according to every tenant's statement, the walls began to bleed. Not liquid, not dripping, seeping. The owner of the property, Margaret Hale, age 61, lived on the adjacent lot for over 40 years. She never experienced anything unusual. She slept through every night, no sounds, no movement, no blood. She reported only one recurring issue. Tenants keep leaving without notice. Maintenance logs show identical complaints from unrelated occupants. Objects found displaced each morning. Books thrown from shelves overnight. Repeated knocking from inside the walls. Interior doors slamming at exactly 3:07 a.m. No external force detected. Then came the audio reports. Tenant number 4 recorded a voice memo on day 16.
I'm not hearing footsteps. It's like something is moving inside the walls. Not crawling, shifting. At 3:07 a.m. that night, neighbors reported the sound of wood cracking, followed by silence. The tenant left at sunrise. Tenant number 6 remained the longest, 31 days. His name was Eric Bowman, graduate student, psychology. He installed interior cameras. Footage from night 22 shows nothing moving until 3:06 a.m. The walls begin to change. Not violently, not suddenly. The surface darkens. Veins appear beneath the paint. Whisper. Then the red starts to come through. Not dripping, pulsing. At 3:07 a.m., Eric can be heard whispering from his bedroom. That's not paint. The camera captures books lifting from shelves, not thrown, released, as if rejected by the room. One by one. Eric flees the house barefoot. He never returns. The footage ends with the walls slowly returning to normal color by 3:12 a.m. Health inspectors found no organic material. No blood samples matched human or animal DNA. No residue. But forensic microphones placed inside the walls detected something else. At night, low-frequency impacts, not random, rhythmic, as if something inside was trying to knock its way out. Every strike occurred from inside the structure, outward, never the reverse. Tenant number 9 lasted 4 days. Her final statement: "The walls aren't haunted. They're full." Every tenant who stayed past 20 days reported the same progression. Week 1, noises. Week 2, movement. Week 3, blood. Week 4, pressure. At 3:07 a.m. on day 28, tenants reported the sensation of the house leaning inward, as if listening. The walls stopped bleeding only after the house was empty again. The owner never experienced this. She slept peacefully. Investigators believe the phenomenon only manifests when the house is occupied by someone who does not belong to it. Final entry. The house still stands, unoccupied, lights off, no sounds, no blood, until someone moves in. At the time of this report, 14 sets of belongings remain inside. None claimed, no bodies recovered. At 3:07 a.m., thermal sensors still detect heat movement within the walls. There is no known explanation. File HW17 closed. No further tenants scheduled. This was a record from the Secret Stories archive.
The camera is mounted above lane 12. A silver sedan pulls in and shuts off its engine. The driver exits the vehicle. Male, early 30s. Identified later as Evan Miller, local resident, no criminal history. He walks toward the driver's side door to retrieve something. Nothing unusual, until he reaches the mirror. The reflection does not match him. The reflected figure is taller. Its shoulders slope unnaturally forward. Its eyes are hollow, no whites, no pupils, and its mouth is stretched far wider than a human face allows. The reflection smiles. Evan does not. Evan steps back. The reflection does not. There is a delay of approximately 2 seconds. When Evan raises his hand, the reflection waits, then copies the movement, but not exactly. The fingers bend too far back. The wrist twists slightly wrong, like it is learning. Security Officer Log, 02:19 a.m. Driver appears confused, possibly intoxicated. Reflection lag noted. Could be camera latency. There is no latency in mirrors. Evan leans closer to the glass. The reflection leans closer too. Their noses almost touch, except one is inside the car and the other appears pressed against the mirror from the wrong side.
The reflection's lips move. No sound is recorded, but Evan reacts. He steps back suddenly, shaking his head. According to his later statement, the reflection said, "Don't blink, I'm almost aligned." Evan takes out his phone. He activates the camera. The phone screen shows nothing abnormal, only his own face, tired, afraid, human. Relief lasts 0.8 seconds. He lowers the phone. The mirror smiles wider. The reflection lifts its hand before Evan does. This time there is no delay. At 02:21 a.m., Evan turns to leave. The reflection does not follow. It stays in the mirror, watching him walk away. Watching. Then, the reflection knocks, once, from inside the glass. Evan breaks into a run. cameras track him moving toward the exit. Behind him, in the reflection of passing car windows, metal poles, chrome bumpers, the smiling figure appears, closer each time. The reflections are sinking. Camera 7 captures Evan reaching the stairwell. He pulls the door open, pauses, looks at the glass panel. The reflection is already there, standing behind him, hand raised, smiling. The camera glitches. 14 frames are missing. When the feed stabilizes, only one man exits the stairwell. He walks calmly. His posture is slightly off. His smile is too wide. Evan Miller was reported missing at 7:42 a.m. His vehicle remained in the garage. The mirrors were intact. No fingerprints were found on the glass. However, every reflective surface on level B3 now shows a 2-second delay. Staff report seeing themselves smile before they do. File PL44 closed. Further review is not recommended. This was a record from the Secret Stories archive. After this, only reflections remain. The Secret Stories archive opens another file. This material was not intended for public release. The recording begins without warning. No music, no introduction, only a child's breathing. At exactly 0241 a.m., a home security microphone captured a voice that did not belong to anyone registered in the house. The voice was coming from under a child's bed. The words were simple. Don't look. The house belonged to the Carter family. 2 adults, 1 child. No basement access beneath the bedroom. No crawl space listed in city records, and no history of break-ins. The first report was dismissed. The child's name was Evan Carter, age 6. According to his father's statement, Evan began waking up every night at the same time, 2:39 to 2:42 a.m. He did not scream. He did not cry. He would sit upright in bed and stare at the floor. Then he would whisper, "He's talking again." When asked who he was, Evan answered, "The man under my bed. He knows my name." On the 4th night, Evan refused to sleep. Audio log, father's phone, 02:38 a.m. "Buddy, there's nothing under there. You know that." Evan did not look at his father. He kept his eyes fixed on the space between the bed and the floor. "He says you shouldn't look either." At 0241 a.m., the house microphone activated automatically. A second voice entered the recording. It was male, low, controlled, and too close to the microphone. "Don't look." Static. The father later stated the sound did not come from Evan. It came from below. The father lifted the mattress. Nothing. He checked with a flashlight. Only dust, old toys, a shoe. No person, no movement. At 0242 a.m., Evan whispered again, "He's mad now." Police were contacted on night 6. Officers conducted a full sweep. No signs of forced entry. No loose vents. No floor access. Thermal imaging detected no heat signature beneath the room.
The case was logged as child hallucination, stress-related. That same night, Evan began answering questions before they were asked. Audio log, child monitor, 0240 a.m. He says you're standing by the door. The father froze. He had not moved. He says your heart is loud. Long silence. Then another voice, clearer this time, not whispered, not hidden. He shouldn't be listening to me. At 2:43 a.m., the father bent down. He placed his face level with the bed. Evan screamed. "No, he said don't look." The lights flickered, the recording distorted, and for 3 seconds, the audio captured breathing that did not match either person. Too slow, too deliberate. On night 8, the father ignored instructions. He removed the bed frame completely. What police found beneath was not a crawl space. It was a hand-dug cavity inside the foundation, just wide enough for a human body. Inside were food wrappers, bottled water, a flashlight, children's drawings copied in pencil. One drawing showed Evan sleeping. Another showed the father standing at the door. All were signed with the same word: quiet. A man was found hiding beneath the house. Name withheld. History of burglary and long-term concealment. He had been living there for 3 months, only coming out at night, only watching, only talking.
The case should have ended there, but it didn't. During interrogation, the man denied speaking to the child. He denied using words at all. He claimed he only ever whispered one phrase: "Don't look." When asked how he knew the child's name, he paused, then said, "I didn't tell him. He told me." He also described things that were not visible from under the bed: the father's habits, the sound of his heartbeat, the exact time the lights would flicker. He said the boy talked to someone else first. The family moved out. Evan stopped speaking at night, but neighbors reported hearing a child's voice through the walls of the empty house, always at 0241 a.m., always saying the same thing: "Don't look." The house was sealed. No further investigations were conducted. The crawl space beneath the bedroom no longer exists in city records. File IA09 is closed. No further audio has been recovered. The archive remains open.